I bet. Yo. I'm about to lasso Castro the asshole. Turn him into mincemeat. Forearm in Castro. Feed it to a thick booty bad bitch. She'll fucking kill me if I try to feed a cabbage. Pussy fried catfish. I'ma hit them boys with Mandalorian hat tricks. I ain't ever had shit till I turned to rapping. But rapper to rapper, Kappa Lambda, I'm on some frat shit. Packing up packers damage, stamina stacking damage, acting out like an ashes. If you move it against me, it's like molasses. Should've taken some classes. Baby, what is he rapping? If you couldn't hack it, then maybe you should trash it. I'ma serve it like a delivery package. Misery's a habit in the latest fashion. She like to pull up in the fastest. Hoopty with the black tint. We get it cracking, she releasing the dragon. Hold up, fire breathing. I am not a heathen. I am just a lion crushing everything he's seeing. Heat seeking, missile launcher with a beacon. With all due respect, fuck you for even speaking, ho.
With all due respect, fuck you. 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 Fuck you.
Yo, it's your man King Castro X coming at y'all live and direct with All Due Respect podcast. We in the motherfucking building, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a while since anything has been released. Working on getting brand new content out to y'all, but it's on the motherfucking way. I got some very special guests in the building. What I'm gonna do, I never do it like this. I usually have co-hosts in the building, but what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna start it like this. I'm gonna introduce my brother right here, who's been on the show many times. If you guys paid attention to the older episodes, I know we had like 260 now, but go back and listen to the Spotify. Way back in the age where we didn't have video recording, cameraman, or anything like that, and we sat on the floor and recorded off my phone, which we're back to doing. Don't judge me. We're in the motherfucking building. You know what I'm saying? This man would come over and grace the podcast. He was my first introduction to a culture out here in the city that I did not know existed until this man tapped in. One of the pillars to hip hop, if you will. You can't have hip hop without this. It started off the b-boy, the DJ, you know what I mean, the motherfucking graffiti artist, and then the MC. If you guys did not know that. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, in the motherfucking building, my man, my brother, Tabu his motherfucking self. What's good, family? And then what I want to do, if you want to introduce your brothers, will you let grace the podcast today, man?
Yeah, this is Jaspyr, and this is Down.
Most def. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. How are y'all doing? I know this is y'all's first time out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all good? Y'all living right? Life good?
Hell yeah. Just dope.
I ain't living right.
I can do
I
it.
ain't never lived.
So, I know we got a thing we want to push today. My man right here got a big show coming up, an art show. Is this your first art show you put together?
First one I'm putting together, yeah.
Right on. I want to talk to you a little bit about that, but before we do that, I kind of want to talk about the, you know what I'm saying, coming together, y'all's crew, y'all's clique, and if y'all want to kind of give us just a little bit of history as to how this shit all started. You know what I'm saying? Whoever wants to start first, feel free to, you know what I mean, jump in and speak your piece.
Yeah, CTD, the Crush Till Death crew, it's our graffiti crew. I didn't start it. It was actually started by Bowser, rest in peace. He passed away last year. But him and his homeboys, Bebop, Wacos, Abort, Gizmo, and a bunch of other dudes too. And it just kind of like morphed from there, you know, like just kind of built up. The more they, you know, just did stuff, putting stuff on the street. They were just kids, you know, just doing graffiti like everybody else, you know. So, and now fast forward, and now we're still a big crew, but just only got like a handful of active members still, because most of those kids are like old now. So.
That's insane. When did it start? Like around like what time?
Like what, 2003? 2004?
Really?
Something like that.
I was a little jit. You know what I mean? A little kid back
Same
then.
here.
When did you meet him? Was it 2006?
No, I met him 04.
I know they all started painting around 03 or 04 though.
I know I did the Waco's tattoo in 08, 09, something like that.
Yeah, but their crew like all started. I think it was like 2005 or 2006, something like that. It was between 03 and 06. I know that. So.
I think they all started painting in 03, but then started that about 06.
Yeah.
That's when he started talking about it.
That's badass, man. Like I said, I had no idea that something like this, you know what I mean, even existed. It's very, you know what I mean, underground, as I was talking to you guys off air about earlier. If you're in it, you're in it, and if you're not, I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers are tapped into the scene. What is the culture of graffiti artists? What is that, tagging, what is that culture like?
It's pretty secretive. I mean, it's gotten more open because it's not.
It had to be secretive though, right?
Yeah, back in the day, you really did, because they hated graffiti, especially back in the '90s. They couldn't stand it, and when you got caught by a cop, they'd whoop your ass too. Now you get a ticket, so it's not as bad, but
Yeah, they
still,
just like go right past you, like, we know you're doing it, you better stop.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's not.
They're pretty
Yeah, I mean,
relaxed a little bit now,
but
but
we were talking about that the other day. With cell phones and everything, it's like
yeah,
they don't see you, I guess, and they got the onboard computers. But back in the day, you didn't have any of that to distract you.
oh, they
So it
were
was
old
like,
school
man,
cops.
they would see you in the weirdest.
They wanted to get out and
places.
chase you.
Yeah, yeah, they were all about
Because
it.
they were bringing that ass whooping with them. You know,
Yeah.
like Chris Rock says, you know, like, you know.
What the fuck?
Like,
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
But it's real. It's and now you have with the internet. It's accessible to a lot more people, so you have a lot more people that are getting involved in it and thinking it's cool and whatnot. But back then, like, I have no idea why the hell I kept doing it, because there wasn't
yeah, it
there
was
was
so
no fame in it
it was so
except for just
secretive.
local shit. I mean, local fame.
Your parents didn't know you was doing it. You didn't want your parents to know you was doing it. You know, like you didn't really tell other people, except for the people that were in it.
Right.
And then there's other people hanging around and stuff. They knew you were doing it and stuff. So
It's like smoking
You know.
weed. I mean, that's pretty much how it was. You didn't let anybody see your cans. Didn't tell anybody that you did, except just those couple friends that you smoked with.
Yeah. It was one of those things, like, Jaspyr was somebody I looked up to back in the day. It was like when I discovered a city outside of the north side, when I was actually able to travel a little bit further out, you know, or whatever. I remember seeing this burner. It was like Jaspyr and Saturn. I was like, holy shit, who the fuck did that? Because we couldn't do graffiti like that at the time. We were just doing, like, bullshit bubble.
Now, were
letters
you
and
painting
stuff.
previous to this?
Oh yeah, I was just tagging and stuff. I didn't do like actual art murals and shit. It was just tags, you know, just vandalizing. And I saw like Jaspyr and Saturn. They had this, you know, those little wooden models you see, like artists use for articulation,
Like for
poses
hands
and stuff.
bodies, yeah.
Yeah, they did this thing in the middle with that, and like their letters was like on the
You
sides.
still
and it
remember
was,
this
like,
piece?
Oh, yeah.
all these flames and shit. We were just like, holy shit! I was just like, I want to do that. I want to do that. You know.
That's badass.
Yeah, Jaspyr was doing shit like way back in the day. So I was just like, how do you meet these people? I didn't meet him till like about 5 years later. But I always be like, where can you meet this dude? Like, you know, I was always wanting to pick his brain on shit. You know, but,
How'd you two come together, man?
The first time I met it was at the Beehive at
yeah.
a party. We hung out at a house out on North Main Street, and then we'd have parties. We had turntables there. We moved the it was a SoulStyle crew. And we'd b-boy in the living room when we had parties, and we Meta Netter would come through, all the old school hip hop. Like back then, like if you were in hip hop, you had to go to the Beehive. Like,
So
that was
that's
the
so
mecca.
you guys were in the fucking hip hop scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The basically what the scene that paved the way for guys like me out here trying to do hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's incredible.
Yeah, and I mean, and it even started before that. The hip hop scene. I mean, UAT crew started that was the first parties. 90,
Yeah.
92, I think.
Yeah,
I was young
93,
enough
I
to
think.
where I was grounded and I couldn't go to the first one.
That's
So I mean, like
crazy.
it was way back, and I think the first one was called Freak House, and it was at a hotel off of 244, somewhere Admiral 244, I think is right where it was. That was the first one. Then the second one was System Shock, and that was downtown. And then Up Rock was the first like official hip hop party.
System Shock, was that in the boxing gym with the where that shit like the?
Man, it was in an old.
It's like a warehouse.
Warehouse.
Okay.
I
thought
kind
there
of
was a
either
boxing
over by
gym
where
there.
Majestic is now, or where Vitus and all that stuff is.
Mhm.
It seems like it was. I can't remember, but I was looking at that parking lot the other night because there was graffiti in that way
Yeah.
back then, and I mean, and it was dope. I don't remember who it was or anything, but I remember Orby pointed out, like, oh, those guys are from Sand Springs. I have no
Yeah.
idea who they were.
That's incredible though, man. What were the environments like? You said you guys had to. Obviously nowadays we rarely have the b-boys team thing. You know what I mean? We don't get that opportunity. We have DJs, but the DJs, just plug and play. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the scratching. You know what I'm saying? None of that. That's something I try to recreate with the battles a lot, man. It's, shout out Dysfunction's DJ, man. He'll scratch. We got the freestyle shit going. We don't have the b-boys yet. Shout out to Why Not. I'm waiting on my brother to get to dancing. But you know what I'm saying? What was that like, getting to experience, the truest elements
Oh,
of
man,
hip hop
it was
in its
dope.
prime?
It was dope. It was fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like walking up to those and they were just, I mean, downtown. It wasn't like it is today. I mean, it was kind of fucking scary back
Blue
then.
Dome district was like desolate. It was like a ghost town. It was
But
boarded
then
up
you'd hear
and
that
shit.
bass.
Like,
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, as you're walking up to it.
yeah, you knew where the party was at.
I've heard these
So, like-
horror stories of downtown being, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, not being the place to be at back in the day unless you're supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus now it's full of fucking hipsters and everybody and their mama. you
Oh,
know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah, none of them were there.
It's,
Nobody went to Orpheus Lounge. I hear people talk about, I go to Orpheus. Like, yeah.
I went there to
but
use the payphone.
Oh, man. Yeah.
The payphone was kind of fucking.
But yeah, that those parties the b-boys back then, like we mainly popped. I guess because it was a bunch of kids that came from Cali. Their parents brought them out here, and then so we learned off of them. So a lot of it was the old school popping and locking and stuff. But
Really?
those dudes were fucking gangsters.
Yeah.
At the same time, one of them, I mean, he went to prison for shooting a dude in the face, robbing him on Brookside. Like, shit.
Did you guys tap in with the OKC scene at all? Was there a graffiti scene out there?
Yeah.
My partner, Why Not? That's where he comes from. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys know about School of Thought. That's the old league, the battle league that used to exist out there. But before that, there used to be the b-boy competitions and shit
Culture
out
shock.
that. Yeah, he
Yeah.
talks about that kind of
That's
shit. I didn't
Nemesis in those dudes.
Mhm.
know. Nemesis,
Yeah.
he's brought up
Yes.
Nemesis to me multiple
Oh,
fucking
Nemesis
times.
is
Culture shock
so
clip.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, CSC. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been around for years. We used to go down there, in the 90s. And,
Yeah, Nemesis can fucking rap, dude. Like, not
That's
just
what I
DJ,
heard.
but he can.
I heard he's
But-
crazy with it. Off head.
Oh, man.
But
yeah.
that's the thing back then. You go to a party or whatever, and like the b-boys on the floor. One of them was an MC. Some of them are like b-boys and stuff. Like, or not b-boys, but they're graffiti writers too.
Really?
So you could go to that party and people are doing all elements of it.
Yeah,
and that was what was so cool to me, because you take your sketchbooks, and like the b-boy would come up there and like, oh, you got sketchbooks.
I know there's
Okay.
some guys out here, you know what I mean, that are still tapped in. But I think that is one thing lacking in the culture of hip hop these days, is you got a guy, for example, my dumbass, right? I'll rap, I can get on the mic, that's it, period. But you, back in the day, as you said, you guys had guys that could, you know what I mean, get out there and dance, you know what I'm saying, touch the turntables, and they were tagging all of that. They were all elements, you know what I'm saying? That's something I'd like to see come back, is just being involved all together, because it is a community, you know what I mean? It all runs together. You know what I mean? Having one without the other.
Yeah, but
you know
it
what
was
I'm saying?
saying you could see that. I mean, not everybody did that.
Not
I only did
everybody.
graffiti. But like,
Really?
But Jaspyr, he did graffiti and
Yeah,
bebop
SoulStyle
and-
was all elements, so we all did multiple DJing, like B rap, B-boy, DJ, Danny B-boy, and DJ'd, we did graffiti and b-boy. Like, I don't know, I was just out there. There wasn't anything else to do.
Right.
So, do it all.
Talk to me a little bit about you, man. I noticed you the youngest in the group right
Yeah.
now, at least within the building today. Man, how did you get into fucking graffiti? Talk to us about how you got into the culture.
Mine's a little bit different. It's actually my high school art teacher.
Oh, dope.
Showed me this video of this dude doing graffiti in a hotel room. And I was like, this shit looks whack, I can do that. Then I couldn't fucking do it. And I just couldn't stop after that. Went out tagging during the day. Had no idea what I was doing.
Were you dolo by yourself doing it?
Yeah, I had a friend, but they weren't doing anything. It was just me doing it. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I got into it. And it just kind of snowballed from there.
Were you an artist previous to this?
Yeah, I would do art and everything. I did a lot more photography than anything.
Really?
That also kind of helped because I was going to abandoned buildings and seeing shit. But then, even when I was a kid, like, I remember driving in the car and going down the highway, seeing the train laid up there, seeing all the graffiti there. I'd be looking around. I definitely remember seeing some billboards of Bowser Swank, Zuawe, Taboo. Like,
That's dope. That's
I thought
dope
that
as
shit
hell.
was sick.
How'd you come in contact with these gentlemen? How'd y'all start building?
I had some buddies that I ran into and just randomly linked up with them, and one of them was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go get a tattoo today. Like, you should come by. The dude who's tattooing me, he does graffiti," and happened to be him. So I showed up, and I'm like, real timid and scared at the time.
Fucking fangirling and shit.
Well, no, I was just like, I didn't really know or anything, and my buddy was just like, yeah, when you get there, just ask for Jaspyr, tell him we're gonna be drawing. And I was like, alright. So I go in, I'm like, you Jaspyr? Yeah. I'm here to draw. He's like, oh, word, alright, cool, man, like, let's draw. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, thank God, he's cool. I was so fucking nervous. But yeah, then, we started painting and shit more, and I think I had ran into Taboo at Mad Dog Liquor one time. He's throwing away some TVs. But that was about it.
You know, old tube TVs.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody watches those anymore.
Yeah.
That's the ones with the back.
So I was like, oh yeah, I can throw away that. So I took them up there. Saw them painting.
And then I think Jaspyr ended up kind of linking us up and everything. And I remember you texted me one day, and I happened to be in Canada for my brother's hockey and shit. And you're like, yo, let's paint. I'm like, well, I can't right now. I'm not here, but I'm down whenever I get back. So yeah, that's pretty much how I met them and everything. Some of my old friends and stuff, they really
Whatever, we met playing
Kinda.
checkers. Checkers.
My man Taboo real big on the checkers. If y'all
Yeah.
don't know, on the way up here, he's like, can we play checkers?
right.
He did. It's a true fucking story, man. I'm not
Keep it
lying.
hood. We don't play chess.
But yeah, so yeah, I just ended up running around with some dudes who are a little bit older than me. They were getting
How'd you
fucked
meet
up.
them?
Fucking
It's two different worlds.
yeah, it was. I like thought it was a cool thing to like put your shit on Instagram and everything, being a little toy and everything. So I met them through Instagram actually, and my buddy Easer, he was trying to paint, but then he started like going over me on accident because neither one of us really knew what the fuck we were doing. So I was like, "What's up, motherfucker? Why are you
When you
going
say
over me?" Like
going over you, tagging over your shit.
yeah, and so we ended up squashing that shit, and then he was like, man, I met this other dude. He writes CQ. We should go paint with him. And I was like, alright. So we ended up painting with him, and then that led to another dude. We started a little crew, and just, as Taboo calls it, went on a little blitzkrieg. And that ended up in... that ended up in two of them getting their house raided, and they caught 2 felonies, so no misdemeanor.
That's crazy that
Yeah.
the consequences of like tagging, man. So like you told me stories about y'all getting raided for shit, right?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Bowser got raided.
that's insane.
It wasn't
What's-
the first time either.
what's the deal with that? I mean, you guys are just doing art. You know what I mean? Obviously, you guys have seen it through the years. What are the consequences of being a tagger?
Depends on how much
Yeah.
you do.
It depends on the city too.
Really?
Because
Yeah, Cali, you can get in.
Cali, if you
major.
throw up like, if we were to throw up CTD out there, they charge us with a gang affiliation or something. I think, isn't that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's just the extra charge that they throw at you.
Here it's kind of relaxed. Oklahoma City goes after them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
they'll
Oklahoma
fucking-
City has a squad, and that's what they.
I think busted Bowser in 20 was Oklahoma City, but they worked with Tulsa, you know, to do the raid and all that shit. So it was like, you know, I mean, the agencies will work together, you know, or whatever. But you can, from what I understand, you can get more trouble in Oklahoma City than Tulsa, you know.
Really?
So they just write you court summons. That's what they did to us. Court summons, we go to the court, they throw a fine on you, and you know, unless you do some really major damage. You know. But,
It's insane to me. I mean, I understand to a degree. I guess it's property, right? Somebody's property. You know what I'm saying? But also, I mean, what you guys are creating is art. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
I feel that way too.
You know what I mean? It's almost shutting down the voice to a degree. You know what I mean? Your guys' own voice. Again, I get on a corporate side of things, I guess, like, oh, this is my fucking property, don't ruin it. But then, like, also, like, fucking jail time, fucking tickets and shit like that. Like, chill the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and a lot of it is city property. It's just like, I pay taxes.
Yeah.
Just put my tax money to that shit. Y'all
Right.
are raping me on my water bill.
It's crazy because on one side, right, you know what I'm saying, you're getting charged because you do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then on the other side, there's people willing to come out of pocket, like, hey, dude, will you fucking draw this for me? Will you paint this up? You know what I'm saying?
When I got arrested in '97, my homie got chewed up by the canines. I got the hell beat out of me by a big old football playing fucker, and thrown in a cell. And this was back at the old jail, and there was piss, like it was like there was piss covered all over the floor, so you couldn't even sit down. You had to like get in the corner and stuff. So when I was in there, and I'm like, man, when I get out of here, I'm gonna do a mural in the middle of downtown. So when I got out, I started calling, and I had no idea who to call. But anyway, end up linking with a place called DTU, Downtown Tulsa Urban Development, and they gave me a space in Bartlett Square, or outside of Bartlett Square, and I painted it. That ended up, that mural is what got me out of the fines and all the community service that they had given me.
That's incredible.
So
That's fucking badass.
yeah, that's why I'm like, that's why I have a weird relationship with graffiti. It's like, you can't do this, but can I? You know?
So, with that being said, are there places, I think I've asked you this previous on my show, I know they opened up that little Tulsa pop area where they let you guys tag up.
Yeah.
Way back, a while back. I remember seeing Tabu all over that motherfucker with your plant guys. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking about?
yeah.
I remember seeing that. We took pictures. Me, Tia, and Nick took pictures by those. Shout out. But yeah, man, are there places you guys are allowed to go and like do your work?
Oh yeah, they've
One of
made some
those-
new places. Like that place you're talking about, they now let us go around the back side of that on the building or whatever, and we can paint the back side. So
That's
you know,
cool.
it's legal there. And you got more legal spots popping up now because before it was just Mad Dog.
Yeah.
That was where everybody was painting at.
See, I've heard Mad Dog is a good hub for hip hop shit. I know they do hip hop shows over there and shit as far as like DJing. Again, Dysfunction's DJs over there all the time doing some work, man. I haven't got to tap in with Mad Dog yet, but
Jackie, and talk to Jackie.
Yeah,
West
she's
Orange.
dope.
I might have to do a battle
Yeah.
event over there or something, man. What I'd like to do is a battle event with the fucking graffiti shit going on, like in the b-boy shit, you know what I mean? Just bring it all together, but you know what I mean, in due time, you know what I'm saying? But so Tulsa Pop let you guys do some work. Where else can you guys go to tag up?
The back is Ziegler. Not Ziegler exactly. It used to be Ziegler's. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I forget what it's called too, but Ziegler's. Just called the
Yeah,
Ziegler's
it's just
Wall.
right over by Ziegler.
You go back there, you know, you'll see it. So like, but that place, I think there's a couple more more places. I haven't been to them yet, but I know there's some other places too.
Right on.
So there more legal stuff is open up where you can just do whatever you want, but
Right.
ain't nothing like hitting the streets, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine there's a certain thrill you get, right? You know what I'm saying? From
Definitely.
fucking running around, tagging, you know what I mean? At night type shit. I imagine it's at night. It's how I envisioned it.
That's my
working
shit.
out
I
the
love
best.
doing that shit.
I just think
that
that
better than the legal stuff.
That sounds like a fucking a night to be had, bro. You know
You're
what
looking
I'm
at
saying?
the city from a totally different angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're up on a highway. Man, you're looking down at the cars and
Yeah.
it's
That one
dope.
night.
That's
We're
the
on
cool
that
shit
billboard.
too, because
Yeah,
that most people aren't going to get to see in their entire life, you know, like from that angle or that point of view. You know? Not that anybody really give a shit, probably, but you know, it's interesting to us. You
Right.
know? It's like it's easy to see homeless people. You get to know some of the homeless people, you know, or whatever, and like, you know, you see all kinds of crazy shit.
See,
You know, in those little gutter spots.
I definitely think it's more than just painting for sure.
Oh yeah.
The experience of it.
Being we were up on a billboard, and you can feel the billboard
Shit,
going back
Calling
and
on
forth.
it,
Oh man, yeah, and the highway's right there, so the
Yeah.
cars are
Lights
like,
flashing
dude,
on.
that shit's a rush. It feels like your spray paint's coming out in slow motion.
Really?
God, come on, man.
The homie's cracking up because he's fucking nervous
Oh,
as shit.
yeah.
See,
It's
you
fun.
mentioned it, you know what I mean? You get to see it from a different set of eyes, basically. You know what I mean? You said that, and then you mentioned, you know what I mean, not that most of the world would give a fuck, but I feel like that's the artist, you know, right? You know what I'm saying? A photographer sees it differently than, you know what I mean, just a random motherfucker. They're looking at a plant,
yeah.
they're like, oh, dude, this is the shot. Versus, like, the other motherfuckers, like, look at this.
Yeah, but all the other stuff involved, because like you sit at home, you know, the cops would be like, why don't you just do that at home on paper, whatever. Okay, cool, I'd do that, you know? And I can like make it look perfect and get my lines all straight and everything. And I'm in the comfort of my home and all that stuff, you know, I can twist my book around, whatever, take my time. But when you're out there doing it, you're battling other stuff too. You're battling the weather, you're battling the terrain, you're battling this little thing coming out of the wall, you know? And now you gotta think on the spot. Like, how can I maneuver around this to still get what's on that paper up here, you know?
Right.
And I think a lot of artists don't think about that, you know, like they're sitting at home painting on their canvases and all that shit, you know,
It's
they
controlled.
don't
It's
have
a
to
controlled
fucking do all that,
environment.
you know? So yeah, we get, you know, they may think we're the lower level of art or whatever, but we're it's pure.
Y'all in the
We're
shit with it.
doing shit, you know, like we're.
I think that's
That's
fire. How do you guys come up with your pieces? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you already have something in mind before you go out, or sometimes do you just look at it and you're like, I want to do this, or is it in process? I'm like, I got this part done. Like, I kind of want to do this now. Like, this idea just hit me.
If it's bombing, you've done it
Yeah.
thousands of times.
It's like you
So
got a
that's
little
just
stamp
muscle
on it.
memory.
Yeah.
But then if you're doing a piece, I always freestyle mine. I don't.
That's how I usually do it too. Kind of have something, you know, but then usually that gets thrown out the window because you want your shit that's looking on paper to look like it is on the wall, and sometimes it's not going to transfer over completely, you know. So it's easier to just go up there and start fucking writing because it's going to be easier to freestyle anyway if you drawn and you're dedicated to making this happen. You can, you know, you don't have to have that sketch. You can just go up there and just start writing.
Everybody has a game plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
You get up on the wall and it's like, oh, that's a lot smaller than I thought it was, or that's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Like,
But the
shit.
paint's more forgiving than you know, because paint covers paint.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever you fuck up, you can fix.
Until you run out and the paint clogs
There
and
you
shit.
go.
Then you're just like, oh, fuck.
Really. That's wild, man. How do you come up with your stuff is before you go out? When you go out, man, is it the same?
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Like I got my little throwaway, my tag, my straight letter. Piece wise, I mean, I just sit there and draw at home till I come up with something, and then fucking take it to the wall and try and repaint it on there. I never add color to it until I get to the spot to paint it, but. So yeah, that's typically more the freestyle part for me is mashing all the colors together. But I mean, sometimes I won't have a plan and I'll just go up to the wall and just start doing shit and see how that comes out. So
That's dope. That's dope. So, from what I'm understanding, man, eventually you kind of get your signature piece, your stamp. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
that's the one you tag and tag and tag. When did you guys individually know, like, yo, this is the one for me. This is gonna be my signature, if you will, to the world.
Whenever it passed my smell test, I guess, you know, like when I thought, oh shit, okay, this looks good. Okay, if I'm impressed, then okay, it's good, you know, like
I
that
like
can be
that,
a hard
I
thing.
I
like
to
still
do
try to
sometimes,
change mine.
you know.
Do you still
Yeah.
changing it
I'm
up?
still trying to find different ways because I get tired of doing the same thing over and over sometimes. So I try to mix it up, but
Right on. Right
I always
on.
end up going back to the same thing.
I can dig it. What about you, Jasper?
What's that?
Just as far as when did you know, like, yo, I got my piece, I got my stamp, like my tag that I'm gonna do forever?
Oh, I still don't.
That's fine.
Yeah, I still don't. And I do a bunch of different names,
Mhm.
so I'm constantly changing it. One of them that I use now is pretty good.
Mhm.
I like it, but I'm sure I'll change it before long.
Do you feel like it evolves as you evolve, as you grow
Yeah.
as a person?
Oh yeah. You can watch all that stuff. I'll go through different styles. I'll do one style for a while, then that changes. Right now, I'm kind of on some simple stuff. I think about it way too much.
Mhm.
Like I try to break everything down and figure out what's going to have the most impact when you're looking at it. So I'm constantly thinking about colors that I'm using, and then you look at it in different light. Is this going to pop when it's dark, or is it only during the daytime? I put way too much damn thought into it. But I mean, at the end of the day, I also just love fucking vandalizing the damn walls.
Mhm.
Shit's fun.
That's for sure.
And you hit an astrofat and get a big old giant flare off of it if the wind's not, blowing. It's just like, oh, that's the shit.
That's badass, man.
Yeah, hell, I was on the side of the highway last night. I just kind of laid there. Well, I was a little drunk too, but I just laid there and watched the cars go by for a little while. I was like, man, this is fucking awesome. Okay, well, let's hit this wall.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys, as you said earlier, you guys are experiencing shit just different than people. Getting to just lay there fucking half drunk as fuck, you know what I mean? Before you tag up wall. That's some fucking.
I never thought about it that way. It's like, oh yeah, we get drunk and just walk on the highways. Like, climb up on the highway signs, billboards, whatever. Like,
They get drunk. I don't
Yeah.
I
anymore.
He doesn't
Anymore.
fornicate either.
I'm a nerd, man. So I'm a nerd, so I easily compare it to like thinking about vigilantes, right? Superheroes. You know what I mean? They're the only ones that get to experience like fucking chilling up on the rooftops. You know what I mean? Like nobody else is up there with Batman, but Batman. You guys are like the fucking modern day graffiti Batman. You know what I'm saying? With you guys.
Dude, I thought about that this morning before I came.
Really?
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking. I was like, hell, man, like whenever I was younger, or me, even now, yeah, motherfuckers like, going to clubs, going to, movies, dinners with their boo, like hanging out with their friends on shit, and then it's like, oh, it's a Saturday night, and I'm on top of this fucking roof.
That's so
11
badass.
o'clock, and you start thinking about it, then you're just like, yeah, but my shit's gonna be up there. Doing this,
Right.
Like I'm doing this shit, So
I
it's
think
worth
that's
it.
dope.
You start thinking about it, so yeah, it's worth it.
Man, so let's talk about your show, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's take some time to really build that. That's why we're here. You know what I'm saying? So it's the Hello, my name is. First off, tell us where you got the idea for the name of your show.
I mean, shit. It's just this little hello, my name is stickers that you get in school or whatever. Just tag on them, fucking throwing them around the city and shit. Like, I was gonna do something with the postal stickers because we like to use those as well, but that's just kind of so many people have done that already. So I want to do something a little bit different, and so it's basically based around just stickers with graffiti on them and having like different elements from like the street in on it, like using some street signs that we've acquired, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We got it over at Bar 46 on December 17th,
That was where my first live podcast show was. So it's dope that y'all are doing that.
Yeah, that's
it. Was. It fucking sucked. It was horrible. We had nothing planned. Shout out to Two Titty Tia. She's a talker, so luckily she could carry the show. But it was horrible. We had this crazy comedian that invited us to do it. His name was Caleb Kempf. Fucking like legit got issues in his head. He wanted to record his special. Only been doing comedy for like 6 months. It was mad uncomfortable. My wife was actually there. This is around the time we first met before we were like, fucking and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like she hosted it. Like all the comedians that were on the show were like mad uncomfortable that they were even there because this dude he was weird. Yeah, Christian comedians, man. No way, bro. Be honest. They do.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I guess everybody's got to have like a thing. You know what I'm saying? But it was weird.
What do they make fun of?
Fucking Satan. Like, fuck that
Satan,
guy.
Yeah. That Satan guy. He's
How
so bad.
uncool is it to make fun of Satan? I'm like, that's the most metal shit. Like, you don't make fun of Satan. Like, hail. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man. So
Hey, there's something growing out of your head there, Satan.
what's your vision behind the fucking show, man? What are you trying to bring together? You know what I mean? What's
I
the
just
purpose?
wanted to bring just a little bit of the street and people's homes. Like, if they want to buy that shit, great. Buy
So it's
it.
an art show.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little more kind of art show party-esque.
Tell them who's gonna be there.
Yeah, we got DJ P and DJ Moody gonna be there.
Fire.
So,
DJ P's the SoulStyle crew.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So he
was the master of the
legend
mix.
out here then.
And
Oh yeah.
he's rock steady too, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's Rocksteady crew.
So he's pretty sick.
That's fire. That's
Yeah.
fire. Y'all gonna have any MCs, anything like that, or just the DJs?
I think as of now, it's just DJs.
Moody does the Oktoberfest, like the party at the end of the night. Have you been there? Man, there's like, God, dude, I don't even know how many thousands of people, and he rocks that crowd. He's good. Both of them are
That's
dope.
dope.
They're both dope.
So is this just gonna be your pieces, or is it gonna be a
No,
collective?
the three of us will definitely have shit.
Nice.
And then quite a few of the other writers that are here in town. I just wanted it to really just be locals to kind of be like, yo, check this shit out. Like, you
It's like
see
a
it
group
everywhere
art
else.
show.
Yeah.
Like other artists collectively.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's fire as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely check that out, y'all. That's December 17th. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
December 17th.
We got a battle that day. So if you're not at the motherfucking battles, you better be at my man's shit. You know what I mean? Definitely run that
We have
out.
cheap artwork there too.
Yeah.
So bring your money. We have cheap
Trying to make
artwork.
some money.
Well, at least mine's gonna be cheap.
Yeah.
Lower your
Buy some
standards.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly. Buy some shit for Christmas.
That's dope as hell, though, man. How'd y'all get the DJs to pop out? Just being cool with them?
Oh, well. So there's a. I was supposed to have the show somewhere else. I would say it because it's really funny, but I'll just say it. It's the.
Feel free to.
It's the show that.
express it.
Or it's the company that does a lot of murals around town, and they supposedly support graffiti.
Supposedly.
Yeah, but when a mural or so gets a little messed up by some graffiti, they decide to cancel the whole entire show.
I was taking my spot back. so
You can't prove that.
So yeah, they decided to cancel the show, and we're just like, oh fuck, because it was supposed to be yesterday.
Right.
The original show was, which I'm kind of glad that shit did happen, because I'm like, I thought you guys were supposed to support graffiti. What the fuck? All right, and then we just kind of lucked out with Bar 46 and DJP and Moody already being there, so we're like, fuck yeah, we'll do that. So
That's what's
it'll
up.
be cool.
I think you hit me originally with yesterday's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you first asked about coming to the show or whatever. And, you know what I mean? I thought I was going to be out of town. So it ended up working out anyway.
You
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
you have a battle that day?
We do
At
December
night?
17th. Yeah.
What,
Or I would be in the building. You know
do you
what
know
I'm
what
saying?
time the battle will be?
So our battles go down. We're even starting this one earlier. Fucking 6. Our doors open at 6. Showtime at 7. We usually do fucking 7 doors. 8 o'clock. Fucking we're battling. You know what I mean?
To win.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 11 or 12.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So with us starting earlier, maybe 10 or 11. If you guys are still running, I'll probably send everybody over for like after
Where's
party.
that gonna be at?
We'll be there at.
That's at
we'll be there
HAC
till
gym,
2, so.
boxing gym. Have you guys heard of Clean Hands? You said you'll be there till 10.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
So we used to do battles at Clean Hands.
Yeah.
I know they do art shit there. I didn't know if you guys had tapped in over there. Is that the spot?
Yeah.
You fucking talking about?
yeah,
Shout out to them, man. All love and respect to y'all and y'all $200 fee to get me in the door, man. I need a free fucking venue, man. But nah, they showed mad love. I had some of my dopest, like, footage-wise, you know what I'm saying? Battle events there. I'm real big into the footage, the behind the fucking cam. I'm never behind the cam, but I love yelling at my guys about like, yo, get the best fucking shots.
Yeah.
I know he'll tell you. I know nothing about cameras, but like, want my shit to look pristine, man. I'm gonna get behind the cam eventually. I just be bullshitting.
Yeah.
I just be broke. I don't fucking got a camera. So,
Aliens and those dudes are cool.
Huh?
We like them.
Yeah.
They're good guys.
Great. Fantastic.
I like him. I just want him a spot.
I like him. I just wish we could have kept the show there.
It's a
Sometimes.
dope venue though. You know what I'm saying?
It is
All
a cool
bullshit
venue.
aside, there's a lot of space. That's what I like. I've been looking for a warehouse to do the battles in, and that's the closest I got outside of what was that? OKN01 place. I used to do pirate radio over there back in a while back. You remember when we was doing the WADR radio show on the pirate radio? Yeah, shout out to them, man. They're the ones.
Yeah, that was.
They won't let us come back though.
We might be having another show over there at some point.
You guys definitely should.
I'm working on talking to that dude as well. So
Right on.
it's pretty sick.
So that's one thing I want to ask you. Are you going to keep the show consistent? Is this going to be a thing that they can look forward to maybe once a month for graffiti
I'd
artists?
definitely like to do more of them. Kind of have have this one just kind of as like the first, and then have like smaller ones where it's like just certain crews or like solo writers and stuff.
That's dope.
I think it'd be cool, but just keeping it graffiti.
I think that's
There's
fire.
not enough shows like that.
I agree. As I told you guys, this is like to me a subculture. Like I had no idea this existed until I got to fucking kick it with Taboo. So we need more of this element in the city. You know what I mean? As far as like accessible to the city, to the young cats in hip hop, to this could show them like, yo, this is an avenue. Right. Fucking the avenue to go paint up on highways illegally. That's what we want to teach kids. But it's fucking badass. You know what I mean? How many young cats are there right now, probably in school, like that this could like low-key help them with a lot of
I
things?
think it's coming up.
It's been growing a lot too.
It goes in waves, really, but lately it's been more.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that, because it's like, well, we're out there hitting the streets. You never know, man. I'm from the north side, I'm from the ghetto, You doing something, we're doing something. You don't know who's going to get inspired to do something and go on and take it further or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, the
So-
fucking youth is what matters. You know what I mean? Those before or after us. You know what I'm saying? So, opening up something like this, you never know who's going to step the fuck in there and be like, yo, I want to do this now because you guys did this. It's all about inspiring another one.
It's like me and Rack were talking about that one time. It was just like, man, you don't know, it might save some kid's life.
Facts, exactly.
Hey, get him off drugs, man, or put him on drugs.
One of the two, man, and then get them off later, whatever. As long as we're getting off at the end of the day. That's the key, baby. That's the key. So
getting off is the way to life.
I'm definitely excited for this. I hate that I can't be there. Got to do the battle shit, but hopefully down the line we could be involved with it, be around it more. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely happy that something like this is about to start existing in our city, man. I highly encourage
Would you like to see that, where like all the elements coming together?
I'm a hip hop
doing all
nerd,
the
man.
shit?
So we've had 2 b-boy events within the past couple months, right? And I've missed both. I have not got to see a b-boy event ever in my life. Like I said, so my closest contact to like knowing a b-boy is like my partner. Why not? I haven't got. That's one thing I want to do is start meeting fucking b-boy artists. Like I'm trying to get plugged up with the hip hop community so I can bring shows together where all elements are connected. My man here is low-key got the ability to help facilitate that. So you know what I'm saying? That is
that
tough.
name before. Why not?
Why not?
Heard his name before.
I'm trying to remember his old crew's name. But you guys
You
brought
said
up
Oklahoma City, right?
He's from OKC. You guys, I was gonna have him in the building today because I know he would have had a good time just hearing y'all. Because like I said, he's from the era where that shit was everything.
How old is he?
I think he's like 40 something.
Oh, then I bet.
Yeah, he an old head, man.
Yeah, because we just had our
indeed.
25th anniversary at 46 a couple.
Really?
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago.
He helped really pillar like the scene out there in OKC, man. You know what I'm saying?
I've
He did a
got
lot.
to know him.
That's
I know a
knew-
bunch of Chester. Chester was around back then. A dude named Aquapod did Culture Shock.
Mm-hmm.
I remember them when that was just first starting.
Yeah. That's
bet
what I
know
figured.
him.
Like I said, I wanted to invite him. He had to work today. Fuck Target. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to work, or he wanted to come through, man, so he could meet you guys.
They have
So,
a good
do you
sax,
follow
though.
Nemesis on his
I don't.
Instagram?
I do not.
He puts up old footage of old battles and stuff.
That's dope.
You know.
So Nemesis, didn't he do School of Thought as well? Have you guys heard of School of Thought? It was the old OKC Battle League.
Oh, I bet he did.
Ran by Ronnie Harris. I don't know if you guys know Ronnie Harris, but he was the owner of that shit back in the
Because they
day.
used to go down to Dallas.
He
and
was
battle.
more in the hip hop side of it than
Really?
I was. I mean, I kind of got into
You a
it later
metalhead?
on. But I was a metalhead.
I listened to Slayer today because of you. You know what I'm saying? I think did you make a post the other day with a story with Slayer?
Yeah, I
on
put
it?
Raining Blood on there.
So I fucking listened to. I woke up, was like, I got a podcast today, and I threw on Rain and Blood, and I was like, I haven't listened to this shit since Guitar Hero. Shout out to Guitar Hero for opening me up.
Dude, I used to love that game.
It opened me up to so many different fucking styles, different styles of rock back in the
That's
day.
how I came to hip hop, was through graffiti.
Really?
Yeah, like I think I told you a long time ago. Yeah, I was a
Mm-hmm.
metalhead. Like listen to that shit.
I fuck with metal, man. I
Doing
love
seances
all
and
genres.
stuff, you know.
I feel like all forms of art, man. You know what I'm saying? Go
We
hand
used
in
to
hand.
take the records and spin them backwards to listen to messages from the devil.
That's fire.
In the 80s.
Hail Satan again, baby. We in here. I'm gonna lose fans probably. Y'all don't belong. If they taking me serious with shit like that, like man, you know what I'm saying? I don't even believe in the deity. So I'm like, yo,
warm in
shut the
here,
fuck
man.
up. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I'm definitely excited for this.
Me too.
Like I said, I think it's gonna be incredible. I might try to just send my people out. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? If y'all
we'll be
still
there till
running.
2.
So y'all will still be running. I might have
Yeah.
everybody come through after. You know what I mean?
That'd be sick.
But
You should come through after.
I'm gonna try.
Wait, when you wrap up those shows, does it like take you past the bar time sometimes? Like,
Not at all.
Wrapping
So
everything.
like we're usually there till about 12. Clean up, because I always try to clean up the venue after I use it and shit. Shout out to my battlers. Nobody else ever tries to fucking clean. You know what I'm saying? But it's all right. I'll take care of
They're
it.
just there to shine.
That's all they're trying. That's what I brought them for anyway. They're not meant to do the boss work. You know what I'm saying? Not saying they're not bosses themselves, but like when you're building a thing, you can't
Yeah.
expect everybody else to treat that thing like you know,
Yeah.
treat that
Yeah.
thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's on you as the boss, as the leader, as the creator, if you will. You know what I mean? Like you got to put in that work. You got to put in that effort. And it's not for them to know that you do it anyway. As I'm chewing them out for it, like fucking, I'm an asshole. You know,
yeah, it's
really,
like the porn stars that don't have to pick up all the cum rags
right?
afterwards.
Like,
They
bitch,
got people.
we
for
just
that.
fuck. You know what I'm saying? You guys do the rest. You feel me? So, yeah.
Oh, my God, doesn't watch it.
My wife, if she watches it, I haven't said anything too crazy yet. She told me I better not get in trouble.
No, we got really X-rated the last.
We did last time you were here. We talked about fucking. I know we talked about that for sure. We talked
Porn,
about you told me
dildos,
drug stories.
anal
you know.
beads.
That was so far back. I haven't talked about porn or fucking any of that in a long time. I always got to interview somebody.
See, you're
every
growing
time
up,
now.
man. So you're gonna get married on me like
I
that.
just got
dude.
less. Shout out to my guests. I got less interesting guests. Like, you know how many rappers I sit with, man, and I hear the same motherfucking story all the fucking time. Shit gets old. That's what I miss though. Like, the art of podcasting to me is the art of
Talking shit.
Yeah, the art of conversation, fucking shooting the shit, bouncing shit back and forth. But everybody I get
What
in
kind of
here
porn
now.
do you like?
Oh, well.
That's a fucking
Redheads.
deep issue.
What was it?
Oh, I've read it.
Redhead. I'm not a. I got my
Where did we
wife.
talk
My
about
wife. I'm not a redhead guy, man. I like
Oh goddamn, yeah, him and redheads.
redheads ain't the ticket.
You like
Always-
glory holes?
What was that one? Fake Taxi. Like that one.
Oh,
Fake
fake
Taxi.
taxi.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I
good one.
watched. Yeah.
But see, the other
I
language
need a
very
sticker
gets on
that's
my
like
nerves.
that
Like, I'm not
text
trying to
on.
Oh,
fucking.
that's good.
I'm not trying to stroke my shit while reading subtitles. Like, this shit gets on my nerves. It's too distracting. I'm like,
I don't even like watching the foreign shit. I don't know why.
It's not it for me. It's not relatable. You know what I'm saying? I need
Yeah.
to relate to my fucking
This shit's
porn.
going on in a whole other country. Like,
Right.
I want to know that it's at home.
Facts. I mean, it gives
I
you
still like
warm
magazines,
feeling.
man.
And I've gotten into more like amateur shit lately.
So that's something me and the wife were
I want to
actually
know
talking
that
about.
that bitch is nasty. You
I
know?
agree. the fucking the
And
high
she's
level
doing
shit.
this because she either needs the money or she really likes it. I
Right.
don't know.
You guys got me
Or
in this
both.
conversation,
Yeah.
bro. I feel like the shit with production behind it and shit, they got 3 positions. Like your doggy style, you're hitting it from the side with the leg up or she's riding your dick. Like that gets so old. Like let me just watch a bitch take it fucking missionary for a little bit. Regular.
Yeah.
Regular style, son. You know what I'm
Intimate.
saying?
Show me some intimacy.
Yeah, let me just have that.
Put a little kiss
Me
on
and my
the
wife
head.
were talking about that. We both are fans of the amateur as of late.
Yeah, that's what I want to see some
POV.
fucking cellulite and
I
I stab
hate
one.
the POV. The POV only gives you one shot
I
to
can't
it's
stand-
her
yeah.
back. Like I'm just let me
Yeah,
look at
that's
her
right.
back for a little bit. Like this is fucking
That's what
great.
Primo does.
Man, I'm still in that like Skinamax shit. Like, I like the storyline.
I used to watch that shit when I was had to sneak, you know what I'm saying? Like HBO at night or whatever. Like when you can't see anything and you just see this, like them doing this stuff and like you don't see any fucking puss or fucking
Emmanuel, that's
The
what
other
that shit was. Emmanuel.
What about Lady Chatterley? Remember that one?
Uh-uh.
Lady Chatterley. That was
You guys ever see that Bunny Ranch? What is that shit?
Oh, with Amy Air Force, or Air Force Amy, or whatever. That was way back.
I used to want to go to that place. I used to think it'd be pretty cool. You seen this shit?
Uh-uh.
You ain't never seen Bunny Ranch? What
No.
kind of porn do you watch?
Fuck.
Christian.
The normal shit.
Cable rated.
The normal shit.
Man, I bought a cable rated fucking porn years ago.
Shannon
I didn't
Tweed.
know that it was.
Shannon Tweed.
And I took it back to the porn shop because I paid like $60, and that was a lot, still a lot of money, but fuck, it was a hell of a lot of money back then. And I said, this thing sucks.
What
I want
was
my
it?
money back. It was a porn, but I didn't know that they were cable rated because Oklahoma didn't have real porn back then.
Really?
Everything was cable rated. Yeah, and I took it back trying to get my money back. The dude didn't even say anything to me. He just like pointed back, and I look up and there's a sign, absolutely no refunds. So I still made it work, but it was harder. When they
Was it harder
giving
or
head,
softer?
you just seen the top of her head go up and down.
That's horrible.
Yeah, fucking sucked. It was like trying to jerk off to was it?
You could
Penthouse
have watched that
Forum?
on Skinamax.
Emmanuel. Yeah.
So who do you think? Okay, because you guys got to go through the magazine era. That's where I started, right? Was the
I still have
magazine.
magazines
Yeah.
underneath my bed.
Who do you think like I feel like Hustler had that shit. You know what I mean? I feel like
On lock,
Hustler-
yeah.
Hustler got all into
Club?
like shit and
There's
like
Club.
turds.
I'm a fetish
High
guy.
Society.
I like fucking sucking
High
toes and
Society?
shit. I haven't seen High Society. Playboy's boring, bro. Like
Oh,
they don't
yeah.
do anything there. Like
That
I
was a
legit
starter
read
kit.
it for the articles
Yeah.
and know what they always say.
That's the one that you-
And it
You
actually
have
does
to
have
put
good
down-
articles.
Does it?
It's like actually I'd Score.
Score.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Score had the big old tits.
I saw a vintage Playboy magazine the other day, and those articles were long as shit. I was
Were
like,
they?
You
damn.
read over a single one of them?
No, I didn't read it. But I was like looking at it, I was like, okay, now I see why Taboo is always saying, oh yeah, I read it for the articles. Because they're fucking
Yeah.
long
They're good.
articles.
Yeah.
Some of them, you know.
Hunter S. Thompson used to write for
It's
him.
good literature, my dude.
Girl is in college for, you know.
My boy feel impacted and shit. You know what I'm saying? Chess, that's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're nearing the end of the show, man. You know what I'm saying? Hello, my name is December 17th. It sounds like an album is about to drop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hello, my name is. It's a graffiti art case, basically, right? Art
Yeah,
showcase.
essentially, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Plug up the DJs, my brother.
Yeah, we got DJ P and DJ Moody.
True indeed. Both of them are going to be in the motherfucking building. You know what I'm saying? Taboo and Jaspyr will be in the building. It's going to be absolutely dope, man. Shout out CTD. Shout out the whole clique. You know what I mean? Big love to y'all. Shout out to y'all for your work. Thank you guys for coming and rocking with me today and allowing me to just build and be a nerd behind y'all's works, man. It's always a fucking privilege to get to shoot the shit. Anything else you gentlemen want to plug up?
Porn.
Porn.
Watch some fucking
And
porn.
Boost.
Hail Satan. Don't cut that as a clip for the fucking
Boost
thing.
some porn.
Boost some porn.
Honestly,
Yo, do you guys know who runs the Okie Graffiti Instagram?
some kid,
Have you guys
I don't
seen
know.
this?
I've met a kid. Yeah. He's
I just
young.
want to shout out to Okie Graffiti, man. If y'all ain't tapped into that motherfucker always sharing some shit.
He
On
do
the,
be shooting shit.
you know what I mean? He always got some dope artwork. I want to get a camera and fucking take pictures of all the graffiti and make like a big book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, we'll sign it for you.
Stevie, let me get your camera,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Just fucking lend it over, bro. Let me do some work. Ladies and gentlemen, Also on the 17th, I have to do my job as well. With all due respect, Rap Battle League, probably our biggest event yet. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but names on that sucker. It's going to be crazy. We got Knight the Poet versus Copeland Keys from the Connects. We got Aaron Sawyer versus Benji Reckless. Just last night, Benji Reckless performed at the Vanguard and had 200 people yelling, "Fuck Aaron Sawyer." That's absolutely bonkers.
1, 2, 3.
You know what I'm saying? We had, who else is fucking battling? Stevie, come on, my guy. Elo versus Mr. Perkins, Sir Willie Trey himself. I got a PG, Genshin versus Kaizen. LA Cruz versus LA Spitter. It's going to be absolute madness. Y'all got to be in the building for that. Dysfunctions DJ on the ones and twos. The homie D from I Just Want to Cook will be there. He's going to be cooking up some good food. My auntie with 2 Throw Drinks will be in the building serving up the drinks. Y'all know how we do. With all due respect, podcast, Black Hoodie Dot Clothing. Y'all know what the fuck it is. I'm really just extending time because I'm trying to remember everything else I got to plug. I think my wife may have a comedy show tonight or next Saturday. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the With All Due Respect podcast. And for those of you that don't like it, with all due respect, fuck you. And we out. Book. Straight like that. Yeah. Cool. That was fun.
Yo. I'm about to lasso Castro the asshole. Turn him into mincemeat. Forearm and Castro. Feed it to a thick booty bad bitch. She'll fucking kill me if I try to feed a cabbage. Pussy fried catfish. I'ma hit them boys with Mandalorian hat tricks. I ain't ever had shit till I turned to rapping. But rapper to rapper, Kappa Lambda, I'm on some frat shit. Packing up packers, damage, stamina, stacking damage. Acting out like an ashes. If you move it against me, it's like molasses. Should've taken some classes. Baby, what is he rapping? If you couldn't hack it, then maybe you should trash it. I'ma serve it like a delivery package. Misery's a habit in the latest fashion. She like to pull up in the fastest. Hoopty with the black tint. We get it cracking, she releasing the dragon. Hold up,